What happens if you spray WD-40 onto styrofoam? Most people never imagine what this combination could do. It looks simple, but the reaction that follows is truly unexpected. Watch carefully. Something strange starts to happen the moment they touch. Have you ever seen foam behave like this before? Let's find out together. First, take a few pieces of styrofoam and cut them into thin strips. Be careful when using a knife. Always keep your fingers away from the blade. Safety first. Now, break those strips into smaller chunks. Have you ever noticed how light and fragile styrofoam feels? But soon, that's going to change completely. Next, place all the small pieces of foam into a glass or metal container. Can you guess what will happen when WD-40 touches the foam? By the way, where are you watching from? We love seeing creative people from all over the world sharing their DIY experiments. Drop your country in the comments, and let's see how far this idea travels. Now, slowly spray WD-40 over the foam. Watch carefully. The moment it touches, the foam starts to shrink, collapse, and melt into a sticky mass. That's because WD-40 dissolves the styrofoam structure. The solvent breaks the long polymer chains apart. Look at that. It's bubbling, sticky, and turning into a thick, rubber-like paste. Have you ever seen foam melt like this before? It's almost hypnotic to watch, isn't it? The more you spray, the more it breaks down, until all that light foam becomes a dense, heavy glue. What would you do with this strange, sticky mix? Would you use it for repair, or maybe try painting something with it? Tell me in the comments. I'd love to hear your ideas. Now that the reaction is complete, pour the sticky mixture into 2 separate cups. We're going to test 2 different experiments with it. In the first cup, we'll turn it into a waterproof paint, and in the second one, into a super strong repair glue. Let's start with the first one. Add a few drops of color pigment or paint into the mixture and stir it well. Look how the color blends in, smooth and shiny. Now let's move to the second cup. Add a small spoon of baking soda and mix it thoroughly. Immediately, the texture changes. It thickens, hardens, and becomes less sticky. That's the chemical reaction between the soda and the solvent. It speeds up curing and adds strength. The result? A strong adhesive that can bond plastic, wood, and even metal. Try using it for small repairs or sealing cracks. It's unbelievably strong. Would you use this as a DIY glue in your workshop? 15 minutes later, here's what really happened. The solvent inside WD-40 breaks down styrofoam structure, turning it into a dense polymer paste. Adding color turns it into a waterproof coating, while baking soda turns it into a solid adhesive. Two different results from the same reaction. Simple, yet brilliant. It's amazing how everyday materials can do things most people never imagine. Always work outdoors or in a ventilated area. Keep WD-40 away from flames. It's flammable. And never touch the melted foam directly. It can be hot and sticky. Safety first, creativity second. So, which one impressed you more? The waterproof paint or the super strong glue? Tell us in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe, because the next experiment will surprise you even more. What happens if you mix vinegar, water, baking soda, toothpaste, lemon, and WD-40, and even heat it up? It may sound strange, but the result will surprise you. Today, we're creating a powerful homemade cleaner that reacts, bubbles, and transforms before your eyes. Most people never try this, but you'll see why it works like magic. Stay until the end. The science behind this is fascinating. Now it's time for the fun part. Add 1 spoon of baking soda into the bowl. The moment it touches the liquid, it starts to bubble and fizz. Look at that reaction. Beautiful and satisfying, right? That's carbon dioxide being released as the baking soda reacts with the vinegar. This process helps lift dirt and grease, making it an excellent base for deep cleaning. Have you ever seen such a strong natural reaction before? Next, carefully pour the mixture into a small pot or heat-resistant container. Place it on low heat and let it warm up gently. You'll notice light steam rising. That means the reaction is intensifying. The heat helps release even more cleaning power by activating the acetic acid in vinegar. But be careful, don't let it boil too much. Always use gloves and handle hot liquids safely. Once the mixture cools slightly, pour it back into the bowl. Now, add 1 spoon of toothpaste and mix it well. The paste gives the solution a creamy texture, perfect for polishing metal or tiles. Toothpaste acts like a soft scrub, gentle but surprisingly effective. Have you ever thought that something made for your teeth could also clean tools and metal? Next, take a fresh lemon and cut it carefully. Always watch your fingers when using a knife. Safety first. The acid from the lemon boosts the cleaning power and adds a natural shine to any surface. Plus, it gives the cleaner a fresh, citrusy scent that everyone loves. Have you ever noticed how lemon can cut through grease so easily? That's exactly what's happening here. By the way, where are you watching from? We love hearing from creative people around the world. Tell us your country in the comments and let us know if you'd try this experiment yourself. And now comes the secret final touch, WD-40. Spray a few bursts into the mixture. Watch closely as the oil spreads and forms thin patterns on the surface. It looks strange, oil and acid together, but this combination is the key. WD-40 adds a thin protective layer that keeps metal from rusting and repels moisture. This turns our cleaner into a 3-in-1 solution. It cleans, polishes, and protects. Let's put it to the test. Apply some of the mixture onto a rusty metal surface or a dirty faucet. Rub gently in circles for a few seconds. And look at that. The dirt and rust come off instantly, revealing a bright, shiny surface underneath. The heat-activated mix works even better than store-bought products. Would you try this at home? Here's why it works. Baking soda reacts with vinegar to lift dirt and neutralize acid. Toothpaste adds gentle abrasion and helps polish. Lemon dissolves oxidation and adds shine. WD-40 forms a protective coating to prevent rust. And heating the mixture boosts the chemical activity, making it stronger and more effective. Simple ingredients, powerful results. Always wear gloves when cleaning. Never heat WD-40. Add it only after the mixture cools down. Keep all materials away from open flames, and store your cleaner safely out of children's reach. Safety first, creativity second. So what surprised you the most? The bubbling reaction, the heating process, or the final shine? Tell us in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe, because the next experiment will blow your mind. Have you ever seen what happens when you mix a few simple things you use every day? At first, nothing seems special, but the moment they touch, something starts to change. The texture, the color, the reaction, everything transforms right before your eyes. Watch closely, because what you're about to see is far from ordinary. Safety reminder: work outdoors or in a ventilated area. WD-40 is flammable. Keep it away from open flames. Wear gloves and avoid direct skin contact with wet silicone or cement. Now let's begin. By the way, where are you watching from? We love seeing creative people from around the world trying experiments like this. Drop your country in the comments. Let's see how far this idea spreads. Now, pour 50 milliliters of PVA glue into the same mixture. Continue stirring slowly until everything blends together evenly. The glue combines with the silicone to form a thicker, stickier, and slightly elastic texture. It's starting to look very different from anything we've seen before. Always keep WD-40 away from fire. It's highly flammable. Wear gloves when handling wet materials and wash your hands thoroughly afterward. Dispose of leftovers safely. Don't pour them into drains. Safety first, creativity second. Next, add 3 tablespoons of cement to the mixture. Mix it well. You'll notice the texture becomes denser and heavier. The cement bonds with the glue and silicone, creating a powerful compound with both flexibility and strength. Already the reaction looks amazing. Smooth, glossy, and thick like liquid rubber. Now, add a small amount of color pigment and mix thoroughly again. You'll see the color spreading evenly through the mixture, giving it a clean and uniform tone. The blend becomes smooth, sticky, and incredibly consistent, something you can easily apply with a brush or spatula. Look closely. This isn't normal silicone anymore. The WD-40, PVA, and cement have reacted together to create a new hybrid compound. It's smooth, thick, and slightly elastic, forming a waterproof layer that doesn't absorb moisture at all. Even after drying, it remains flexible and sealed tight. Have you ever seen a mix like this before? What do you think this new waterproof material could be used for? Tell us in the comments. We'd love to hear your creative ideas. "30 minutes later." So, what do you think of this incredible reaction? From simple materials, we've created a new waterproof compound that's flexible and strong. If you enjoyed this experiment, hit like and subscribe, because the next one will surprise you even more. What happens when you mix silicone with cement? It sounds ordinary, but the result will completely surprise you. 2 simple materials come together to form something incredibly strong and waterproof. Watch closely, because this experiment hides 2 amazing results in one process. For this test, you'll need silicone sealant, a solvent such as paint thinner or acetone, and cement powder. Also, prepare 2 containers, a spoon for mixing, and wear gloves. Silicone and solvents can be messy. Ready? Let's begin. First, squeeze a suitable amount of silicone sealant into a mixing bowl, just enough for your project. Next, add a small amount of solvent into the silicone. Slowly stir it. You'll see the silicone start to dissolve and turn into a smooth liquid mixture. This is the base for both of our experiments today. Always work outdoors or in a ventilated area. Keep solvents away from flames. They're highly flammable. Wear gloves and avoid skin contact with wet silicone or solvent. If it spills, wipe it immediately and wash with soap and water. Never pour leftover solvent down the drain. Store it safely for proper disposal. Safety first, creativity second. Once the silicone is fully mixed with the solvent, pour a portion of it into a separate cup. We'll use that part later to make a waterproof coating. Keep the rest of the mixture in the main bowl, because now we're going to turn it into something even stronger. Into the remaining silicone mixture in the bowl, add cement powder gradually. Mix it well until it becomes thick and paste-like, sticky, flexible, and very strong. This compound works perfectly for sealing cracks in walls, floors, or concrete surfaces. Spread it over the damaged area, smooth it out, and let it dry. Once cured, it forms a flexible yet solid repair layer that won't crack easily. What do you think so far? Have you ever seen cement mixed like this before? Would you try fixing cracks with this flexible compound? Tell us in the comments below. By the way, where are you watching from? We love seeing creative people around the world experimenting with these ideas. Drop your country in the comments. Let's see how far this invention spreads. Now let's go back to the portion we saved earlier in the cup. Add a few drops of color pigment or paint to the silicone solvent mixture and stir it well. You'll get a smooth, colored liquid, perfect for waterproofing metal, glass, or even cement surfaces. Apply a thin layer over the object. Once it dries, it forms a tough, waterproof, and flexible coating. A simple formula that can protect your work from moisture and corrosion. Ten minutes later, the solvent helps break down the silicone structure, turning it into a liquid form that can blend with other materials. When mixed with cement, the silicone coats each grain, creating a flexible composite that resists cracking. When used alone, it forms a waterproof membrane that seals and protects. Two completely different uses, all from the same chemical base. So, which result amazed you more? The flexible cement repair paste or the waterproof coating? Both came from the same silicone mix. If you enjoyed this experiment, hit the like button and subscribe, because the next one will surprise you even more.